Jacko, looking ahead to Melbourne victory, looking to respond to defeat last week, how do you assess the upcoming game?
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game, but it's a game we're looking forward to. Of course, when you're not on a great run, which we're not, we want to play football matches and get back on the pitch as quickly as possible. So we've had a really good week this week in the lead up to the game. We've had players coming back from injury, which is good. We've had lots of competition on the training ground, so you know, as always, that's making my job harder to pick the team, which is always a good thing. But no, we're fairly confident going into the game. We know it's going to be tough. We know they've got some good players. We know it's a difficult place to go as well, Melbourne. But we're looking forward to the game, and we'll go out onto the pitch and give everything we've got.
It's been pretty close in the 4 or 5 games that you've played against Victory since you've been here. What do you think it is about them that just makes it such a tight game between us every time?
Well, like I say, you've got to be on your game against teams like that. They've got very good individual players. You know, they've had a changeover manager this season as well, but you know, their manager has been there a while, so he knows the club. He's got a certain way of playing. But when you do come up against good players like that, you have to be on your game. And you know, the games in the past against Melbourne Victory, we've been on it. So we have to take that into the game on Saturday. We have to be on our game. We have to play our game, and we have to nullify their threats and try and, you know, put a threat on their goal as well, which I think we did better in the last game without getting the goals. There's no doubt we have to be better in those moments, and that's kind of been a focus this week in our training.
Talk about a threat up front. Nico Duarte came on for his first minutes last week. What did you make to his impact, and is he, you know, one of the players that you're looking at again for this weekend?
Yeah, Nico's been out a long time. I thought he made a great impact in the game against Western. He had some opportunities. Yeah, we do want our strikers to put the ball in the back of the net, but I thought his all-round build-up and influence on that second half period was excellent for a player who's been out a long time as well. We're having to manage him. We've had to do that this week because he's not 100% yet. But he's certainly been pushing this week. Whether he starts a game or not, we'll wait to see. But we know that he's a player who's really chomping at the bit. And I think you saw from his intent in the game against Western, he wanted to run, he wanted to put himself about, he wanted to cause the opposition defenders a problem, and that's what we want from our centre forwards.
Alu not in the squad this week. Can you give us a little update on how he is obviously having to come off at half time with a knock against Western? Yeah,
I don't think it's too serious, but the game on Saturday has come too soon. He's not really made any progress this week as regards to getting back in with the team. So, you know, any player who wants to come back into the team and vie for a place, they have to hit certain markers as regards to the exposure to team training, and he's not done that this week. I fully expect him to be doing that next week and vying for a place. But yeah, it's just come a little bit too soon for him this week.
Victory over the last couple of weeks. They've been a little bit up and down in their form. What have you made of them recently heading into this game? Yeah,
they've had inconsistencies, you know, probably a little bit less than us. We've had more inconsistencies. We've challenged our players to turn that around, and that's what we want to try and do from now until the end of the season. That's our real target, and see where it takes us. But they're very much the same. You know, they've got a very talented squad. They're a big club. They'll be expected to win this game at their home ground. Of course they will. Their fans will expect that. But we'll go there with a lot of confidence, with a lot of belief in what we want to do, and that's all we can do. We've got a good feeling within the group at the minute. You know, contrary to what other people might think, it's a very good feeling within the group, and we've had a real positive week of training this week.